Hey, what's up, guys? It's Lucky here. I just wanted to make a video. I'm gonna be uploading more because my internet got better, but has been a video that's been on my mind for a long time now. But I just wanted to make like kind of a guide because me and my wife like last year, maybe November, on November we went to Cancun, and I just wanted to show you guys kind of the guide. I know there's an amazing guide on YouTube. I'm just gonna give him a shout out right now. But it was made 8 years ago. It's called Walter's World. Visiting Cancun, the don'ts of visiting Cancun. Now that's a really good video if you want to watch that. I'm gonna go a little bit more in detail. Hopefully, he has videos and all of the things on his trip. But basically, me and my wife went to Cancun, and we both are pretty good at Spanish. We're not perfect, but just as soon as we got there, just there's a couple things that you need to know. First of all, the hotel you use, you should always try to get an all-inclusive one where you can get food, drinks, and everything for free. I think for ours was Oasis. Let me see if I can find it right here, and I'll show you of Cancun. So once you first arrive, you're gonna arrive pretty close to the strip. So this is the hotel strip, the tourist strip, right here. And then a lot of people like to go to the Isla de Mujeres, and you could either take a boat from straight from Cancun out to here. But basically, I think we went somewhere around here. Let me see if I can find the airport. Okay, so the airport was down here, right? And our hotel was kind of in the middle, like right here, and it was like facing the beach, I believe. Um, yeah, but as soon as you get there, as you can see, it's like fucking 10-minute drive. As soon as you get there, you're gonna be bombarded by a bunch of taxis, a bunch of stuff. So recently they changed the law, but when we went, basically Ubers can't go into the airport section because they were taking money from the taxis and from the taxis. And I talked to a guy that was a taxi driver, and he was telling me, yeah, fucking taxis and Uber drivers, they fucking hate each other, and if they see each other on site, they fucking start fighting. So sorry for my profanity. I like to curse a lot, but basically you go here, right here, right, and then you go down wherever hotel you're most likely gonna stay in one of these. Let's see if I can find my hotel. Oasis. Yep. Grand Oasis. It's right there. It's dude. It's so cheap. It's it's like the best hotel. Trust me when I say this. I only saw people from South America, Mexicans mostly, people from Colombia. I only saw like one white dude. So I think this is a very hidden hotel. If you go to hotels to book, you're not gonna find this. So I would suggest going here. It's pretty cheap. It's like, I don't know, 200 a night. Me and my wife stayed there for like a week. Um, yeah, but basically, it has beach. It has all inclusive. It has like 13 restaurants. So I would definitely. I think the best part of the trip, I mean, looking at the pyramid was my highlight, my favorite part. But I think the hotel, I just wanted to stay there. Just try not to stay there as long as you can. Try to go out every day. Try to explore, because you could definitely stay in the hotel and just your vacation will fly right by. So yeah, the first thing is the airport. Now, before that, when you go to your airport, there's like a booths where you can exchange money. I think for us the conversion rate was like $1 for 17 pesos, and in Mexico itself was 22, 24. So you are definitely gonna lose a lot of money if you uh, do your exchange in the airport that you're at. Also, the airport, when you get there, try to do your exchange. You could literally put your credit card into any ATM and just pull out money there. I don't know. I did see exchanges in the airport in Mexico, and the conversion rate was a little higher. But if you want to do it raw style, you could just go to an ATM, but I believe after $400, the bank starts calling you and starts denying because you're so far away from your home. So yeah, do not go with the taxis. There's literally a red bus that comes in here, and it costs like less than a dollar. It's like 10 pesos or 7 pesos, and it goes all the way around this whole strip, back and forth, 24/7, I think. Um, yeah, but when we got there, there was a taxi. I was trying to find the red bus because a friend of mine told me that's gone there before. Told me about the red bus. I did see it, but I was kind of sketched out. I was asking all the taxi people if that bus was cheap and if it went to our spot, and they kept telling me that it didn't, and they were just trying to finesse me. We ended up paying like $300 for the 5 minute fucking drive, and then they made us wait 40 minutes, and then they were like, oh yeah, your taxi driver's late. And I saw the guy from their company right behind us, and we were waiting there for like 40 minutes, and I told them, hey, you know what, um, can he take us, because you guys have a taxi driver and he's not doing anything. And they were like, yeah, but just wait. We might have to increase your price if you go with him because it's a bigger vehicle. And I was like, well, then just return my money and I'll figure out a different way to go to our hotel. And that's when they clenched. That's when they pushed out, and they were like, all right, um, you can go with him. Just tip him well. We did tip him well because it's not his fault that they finesse us, But just be aware that Mexicans, um, I'm, I'm, I have bloodline from there, so just be aware they talk a lot of shit. Like me and my wife had sweatpants because it was cold and we drove like 12 hours before we got to the airport because there was a snowstorm. And they're like, oh, look at these fucking güeros, these gringos using sweatpants. They can't even use pants. And well aware, I don't think they knew that I knew Spanish or whatever, but just be aware they like to talk shit. Sometimes they're playing, sometimes they're just being, they just hate their lives. There's all different kinds of things, so just don't take it to heart. Yeah, but right after the airport, they took us to our destination, our hotel right here. And, the hotel's fucking amazing. There was bars, there was free drinks to like I think 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. It was crazy. There's also like shows and all that stuff. I wish I could show you guys footage, but I recommend this hotel. It's really good. There's live music and all that. Uh, the food was pretty good. So yeah, right after that we went to. I think we went snorkeling. I think we went a little bit up to. I think we went south. Yeah, we went right here. Somewhere around here, but we went to go do the scuba diving, and they basically take you to this sea right here, and you can book that with TripAdvisor, so it's pretty good. That's my cat right there, shit, pumpkin. So yeah, we just went off the beach, and then we're like in this side right here. We're just scuba diving. That was pretty cool. Although I'd like to say that they do some sketchy scams over there. So basically, what we did is we got the scuba diving, and there's also a second one that takes longer, which is you get food, and then you also get a tequila testing. We did not get that, and other people in our group, like there was this Swedish lady with her two kids. She was like, hey, we didn't pay for this, we need to go, like this is bullshit. And the guys were like, no, sorry, you need to wait, or for the driver and all that. So that was the start of the scam. And then basically, like, all day we haven't ate, we do the scuba diving, everyone's tired. And by the way, there was this massive guy, like 400 pounds. He was just pure muscle. I think he was a weightlifter from Switzerland or something like that. The vest was too tight on him, so he couldn't swim, and he was like tightening it. So just be aware, if you're, I don't know, maybe 300 plus pounds, the vest itself isn't gonna fit. They don't have bigger vests, and it might suffocate you. I literally had to tell the tour guide. Got to give a shout out to this one guy. I think his name was Diego, but he was really cool. He was the only one that really, really cared. Everyone's kind of laughing at the big guy, but I told him that the other guy was drowning. To you know, you might need help. He went and immediately dropped everything and went to help him. He also, my wife doesn't know how to swim, so he was holding the fucking life suit and just dragging her around so she could see it. So yeah, he's pretty cool. But at the end of that scam, you get the tequila tasting, and then everyone drinks like, I don't know, 12 different bottles, like a shot each. So by the time you're done, you get obliterated. This one Swedish guy, he was drinking, and then his girlfriend or wife was like, "Nah, you got to cut it out because you're getting too doozy." And I think that's when I said out loud like, "Oh shit, I'm starting to feel buzzed." So yeah, they didn't feel that safe. And then by the way, the tip was included with the whole trip. And then at the end, they had like a little tip jar, and to get a key, you needed to leave $5 in, and then you would get a key for your locker. And then at the end, after the tequila tasting, they tell you, "Hey, um, so here's a tip box. Here's your $5 back," and you're already wasted. They're like, "Do you want a tip?" But you already paid tip, and then obviously you're drunk, you're gonna tip. So I was about to tip the $5, and then the Swedish lady with her kids, or I think she was French. Yeah, sorry, she was French. She told me, "Hey, you already tipped. Why are you tipping them again?" Because she knew some shit was up. And then I was like, "No, you're right. Yeah." And then the guys got pissed. So yeah, that was a scam. They later took us to a restaurant like 5 minutes away, and then we ate there. It was okay, you know. Cancun's like the chicken was alright, but Cancun's mostly known for fish. So if you like fish, just be aware that fish is gonna be the main thing there. Yeah, and then after that, you get 1 hour just to walk around this place. It must be somewhere around here. It's somewhere around the south section. Um, yeah, but I think it's the company. It's called ATV Extreme Sports or something like that. So just watch out if you're over there. I mean, it's all fun. Everyone's so really nice. Just don't get caught by the scams. After that, we went to the pyramids in Chichen Itza, and that was pretty nice. Just be careful when you're getting that. You know, they also warn you about scams. Let's see. So Chichen Itza was like 2 hour drive. We had to wake up pretty fast. They picked us up in our hotel, but yeah, that's the pyramid. It's fucking beautiful. Now when you get there, it's like $10, but if you get it with the TripAdvisor or whatever, you know, you could just they pay it for you and all that. So yeah, it's like 2 hours from Cancun. So I definitely recommend going there for sure. You do a couple stops in the small towns. You also go to the cenotes, which is right here, and it's basically like a underwater cave that you can swim. So yeah, it's really cool. Let's go back to Cancun over here. Okay, right here. Yeah, it's a little smaller than I thought. Um, yeah, but that one's gonna take like basically the whole day. But other scams when you get to the pyramid, there's gonna be a lot of people trying to sell you stuff, and also every hotel gives you a wristband. So if anyone tries to tell you, "Hey, I'm here to pick you up because of your wristband" or whatever, you know, you can wear your wristband. Just don't trust anyone, especially if you see them looking at it, or you know, if they try to take you somewhere where you don't think you're supposed to go. So just be careful with that. A lot of people can scam you or steal you or do malicious things. Obviously, no place is gonna be 100% safe. But overall, you know, if you stick to what you know and basics, you don't even need Spanish really. But when you get to the pyramid, you're basically gonna do the tour, and then they're gonna let you walk around for maybe like 2 hours, an hour 30. It gets really fucking hot, so you know, bring water, bring stuff, you know. Um, Maybe an umbrella. Umbrellas did come in clutch. You know, some people had them. It was pretty clutch. Um, but try. There's gonna be a lot of vendors and people trying to sell you stuff. Just know, in the pyramid section, they're gonna try to sell you stuff and they're gonna overprice it a lot. Just try to like on your phone, literally, if you go to your calculator, if you have an iPhone, you can do a conversion rate from the calculator. So just try to see how much the peso is to dollars and see if it's worth it. Me and my wife got this death whistle, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah," basically like 4,000 pesos or something like that. No, I think that's too much. He was like 900 pesos, which comes to like I don't know, like $80 or something like that. And then I started pulling out my calculator, and I was like, "No, I can do the best I can do is like 400 pesos." And then the guy was like, "No, 800. How about 800?" And then I pulled out my calculator to do the conversion, and he was like, you know what, 400 pesos is good." So he folded right away. But for the most part, you could just say no, thank you. You know, no gracias. So it's not that bad. Just keep in mind, you could always say no, thank you. A lot of people are gonna try to like harass you almost. A lot of people are respectful. They'll be like, "Oh, don't. Do you want it? Okay, you don't. All right, fine." Some are gonna try to taunt you like, "Hey, buy your wife something. Hey, you look like you don't have money." You know, they're gonna try to taunt you, but just try not to fall for it. Um, Another scam that I am missing. Oh yeah, we basically went to this place called Coco Bongo in in Cancun, and Coco Bongo itself, I feel like is a fucking scam, bro, because that shit is so expensive. So basically, you know, we were pretty close. It's supposed to be the most famous DJ or night out, whatever. You know, it's kind of like a concert, well, nightclub. But dude, that shit's so ass, bro. Like literally, like there's like six guys, six girls. They fucking do a show. They're dancing half naked most of the time. Not really naked, but you know, half naked. They do like skits about other movies. They do like twerk offs and all this other weird stuff. Um, so when you go in there first, you're gonna wait like 2 hours because there's a big line. You could buy a table and they just skip you, and it's like I don't know what, $500, and they skip you to a seat, and then they give you a bottle, and you get to choose the bottle, and then but there's two things you could do. You could either get a table or you could get a seat. It's just going for the table. It's half the price, and the seat is like way away from everything, so it's not even worth it. That's what me and my wife got kind of put into. So we were just sitting up there. It was fucking boring, you know. Everyone down there was getting free shots and shit. We were just drinking a fucking bottle of Patron this big. Just fucking, I don't know. It kind of sucked. We left like at 12. Now, it's pretty safe, I'd say. Like, if you go to the bathroom, I have to go to the bathroom a lot. They're like, don't be selling fucking drugs. You know, like, literally it just says on the signs, like, if we catch you selling drugs, you're gonna get fucking arrested. And they're pretty blunt about that. So, but basically, we left early. It lasts from like 10 to 4 in the morning, but we left like at 12. We were just not having it. And then you go out here, and we basically walked across. We were going for bus stops around this strip right here. We literally walked like from here to over here, which was like maybe 40 minutes. We kept seeing bus stops, and we just stop, and we kept seeing fucking buses coming around here, but they would skip this whole strip right here because they have a deal with the taxis, and that's the other scam when you go to Coco Bongo. Um, they have a deal where buses can go after 10 or 11 p.m. Like literally, we took the bus from our hotel to Coco Bongo like at 9 or 8, and no problem. When we're trying to go back home after the show starts, the buses do not go through here. All you're gonna see is a bunch of taxis. Like literally, me and my wife just gave up. We kept seeing tourists like waiting in the bus stops. We're waiting for like maybe 2 3 hours. We're just gonna walk this whole strip, but it could have been like 2 hours, maybe like an hour walk. Not so it wouldn't be too bad, but we were already tired. We were done with it. We went back to Coco Bongo. We stayed up here, and then there was a bunch of taxis, and we just told the taxis because the whole way I knew the whole scam. I was like, all these motherfuckers, you know. And then I was like, nah, fuck you, fuck off. I was being rude. I was being pretty rude. We came back over here, and then I just told the taxi, hey, can you just call us a taxi? Like we're tired, we're done. So that's the other fucking scam. So that was like another like $80, and which is not too bad, but literally like for a 2 minute drive, it's pretty rough. But besides that, those are the only scams I can think of. There's other small scams. Just try not to trust anyone too much. There's a lot of lovely people. Like when you go to Mexico, you're gonna feel a lot of love. The food's amazing. When you see the pyramid, like it's just gonna fucking like blow your mind. So just keep in mind all that stuff, and hopefully you guys have a nice trip, and it's not bad, and it's beautiful like it was for us. But I'll see you guys all later, and peace out. Oh, and before I do that, I'm gonna rate this trip like a 9 out of 10. It was pretty good. Now I just got a message from my wife. I asked her what her rating was, and she said 8. I think it's because of the scams. The worst part was the fucking taxis. But recently they added a law where Ubers and taxis cannot fight, and Ubers have the right to go to the airport. So apparently, hopefully, that it's not like that anymore, and you guys can just not get scammed, and then it would fix the whole fucking trip. It would turn it to maybe into 10 out of 10 trip. But I'll catch you guys all later, and peace out.